Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News with me, Keturah King. My next guest, Sonia Irabor, began her journey with Genevieve magazine right at its inception. With a degree in media communications and society, Sonia didn't stop her work in the media, switching briefly instead to radio as a presenter and producer on the show The Urban Lounge, where she interviewed the likes of Grammy Award-nominated rapper Wale, Grammy Award-winning R&B group 112, and many more. Following her graduation, Sonia began her professional life in PR, coordinating for leading brands such as Michelin, Visit Sweden, London Evening Standard, and Oscar award-winning costumiers Angels, amongst others. During this time, Sonia returned to Genevieve as a columnist with her monthly feature, Here's the Thing. Now, she's the editor. Please join me in welcoming Sonia Irabor to the morning show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, thanks for
So we've
having
already had these long debates about intra-Africa travel. I mean, very, very passionate stuff. But I guess that's what happens when you're talking to travellers and travel writers. What I want to know is how you got started in all of this, in this travel sphere.
I think it started with a sort of, it started in books, I think. I felt really dissatisfied with our family holidays initially, I'll be very honest. They were just subpar. And it was just mainly going to London, going home and sort of seeing family and going shopping and that kind of stuff. And I always wanted to go on adventures and explore. So when I got older and I was in England, I would sort of just go around the UK and visit places around there where I wasn't too far away from school or too far away from my family.
Right.
So it started there and it sort of developed into a wanderlust for more, and here we are today.
Oh, I love it. Now, you are carving a niche out for yourself in your own right, in your own capacity. Yeah. But your father and mother's shadow still kind of follows you around.
Yeah.
You are Betty and Sonia Irabor's daughter.
Yeah.
What's it like trying to get out from under their really, really large shadow?
It's been, the shadow's sort of looming larger in Nigeria. I think when I was away, it wasn't so large. But it's not something that I actively sort of see myself pulling away from. I'm very proud to be their daughter. I'm proud of the work that they've done. And so it's a case of just creating a path that, you know, sort of has similar, is a reflection of what they've done, essentially, and just hoping I do it well.
I love that. Was it inevitable that you would end up working as the editor at Genevieve magazine, considering your mother's the editor-in-chief?
I don't think it was inevitable.
Really?
I really resisted for a long time. For various reasons, one of them just being I didn't think I was qualified, I didn't think I was ready, I didn't think I had merited it. And I think that was one of the things that was very important for me, was being able to say that, you know what, I'm confident that I've done the work, I've put the work in and I can take it. So it wasn't inevitable. It has happened and I'm very happy. It's a mad process, but I'm enjoying it.
What's it like being a travel columnist at a magazine?
It's very new to me, it's exciting, and I think in a way, I've been spoilt already, because I mean, as soon as I started, I was invited to Mauritius by the Mauritius Tourism's Promotions Agency.
What?
So I'm definitely living a very different life.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's great.
Oh, well, it sounds like it. Do you need an extra writer?
Come on board.
Amazing. So we can see some pictures coming up on screen now.
Yes.
Talk to me about your experience in Mauritius.
That's Takwa Bay.
What?
That's Takwa Bay.
Why are the waters so blue?
I mean, that was a good day. That was a fantastic day for the water. The water was so clear. Yeah, and we normally just float on the boat at the weekend. But yeah, it's really great. I mean, just also exploring Nigeria and exploring Lagos, I think is a really good starting point, because I was saying earlier to Chiamaka that a lot of times people don't go beyond the island or the mainland.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We don't venture past what we know.
To the spot as though we're trees.
As though we're trees. And so it's really important for me to start within and explore, and then sort of move out onto broader Nigeria and then Africa.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
How hands-on would you say that you are involved in the editorial aspect of the magazine?
I edit the entire magazine.
The entire magazine?
Yeah.
What?
From top to bottom, I edit everything. So
how?
I don't know, because my attention span is that of a goldfish.
That
so I don't know
incredible.
how I do it, but I do it.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to come back to, well, Africa and intra-Africa travel very soon. But you were in France recently for quite a while.
I was in Mauritius.
In Mauritius?
Yes, yeah.
But did you live in France?
No. I was in London.
Oh, yeah. Well, totally incorrect information from my producer.
That's all right, that's all right.
So talk to me about the Mauritian experience then.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was absolutely fantastic. It was 5 days. And as I say, we went with the Mauritius Tourism Promotions Agency and Once Upon a Destination, which is a Nigerian wedding planning and events planning organization. And it was me and 2 other journalists, and we had this jam-packed 5-day experience. And we got to do everything. We were hotel hopping, we were quad biking up mountains, and they really kind of overshot their expectations of us with the quad biking. But I'm proud to say that I got to a respectable height before I realized I was quad biking up a mountain, and I was like,
then you freaked out.
It's time to go back down. So that was that. It was submarining. We got about 50 feet deep, 50 meters deep, and it was just fantastic. And we got to see so much in 5 days. And it was extremely tiring at the end of it, but it was so worth it, so beautiful.
And what's the after effects of that sort of trip been like for you?
It's just, I mean, it's just really kicked up the wanderlust to like another level. I mean, the day I got back, as soon as I got to the airport, I was angry. I won't even lie to you. It's just like, oh my God, I just want to, like, why am I here again? But it's very, because it's such a beautiful, small island.
Yes.
The people are so welcoming, and what they've been able to do with their tourism, what they've been able to do using tourism to turn their island around.
The fact that they didn't start with that much money.
No, not at all.
It's not as though they have as many resources as we do here.
It was sugarcane was their main export, their main source of trade and income, and it wasn't until about 2008. Or even more recent, I think, actually, that they've begun the process of actually creating and recreating the tourism and actually inviting people. And it's amazing what they've done. And I really think Nigeria should just take a leaf.
So speaking of Nigeria and Mauritius, if you were to give me, just rattle off a list of your top 5 destinations on the continent, if you had a little bit more money than, say, you know, I don't want to go to Oma Resort, I don't want to go to Harker Bay, I feel like exploring the continent. What are the top 5 places that you would recommend we go?
5 places. I mean, I'd go Johannesburg, Mauritius, Senegal, Ghana. Ooh. Gosh.
Last one!
Botswana.
Oh, wonderful.
Botswana, because I really want to go. I haven't been yet.
So not because you're actually giving us advice to go there.
No, that's basically just panic answer.
Amazing. So where's next on your list? Aside from Botswana, which we've already mentioned, where would you say is next for the wanderluster in you?
Well, I'm actually going to Seychelles in a few weeks, so I'm very excited for that. I think that's going to be fantastic. Although I am quite worried that I'm going to be the only single person there. It seems like a honeymoon destination.
If you made it in Mauritius, you'll make it in Seychelles.
This is true. This is true. So yeah, I'm going to Seychelles next, and then I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to do Senegal again because I want to do a surfing trip.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, so I'm trying to wait for the perfect time to do that, and yeah.
So as a person that surfs, looking at this picture of Harker Bay, you should definitely get involved in the surfing that takes place there.
I do that, yeah, with
wonderful.
with God Power.
Yes.
Guy. It's so much fun. I've done it a few times, and yeah, it's been fantastic. I'm going to go back. I stopped for a while because I had an encounter with a jellyfish.
Oh, what happened?
I saw a jellyfish and I panicked.
Well, just saw a jellyfish?
It was right beside me. I was on the board. It was right beside me, and I thought it was a bag of dead chicken bones. Chicken bones. And then I panicked and fell into the water beside the. It was a whole thing. Ugh, but I'm going back. I'm going back.
Okay, so for those of us that want to keep up with the awesome adventures of Sonia Irabor, how do we do so by social media?
Yes, you can follow us at Genevieve Magazine on Instagram and Twitter, and my personal one is at Sonia_Irabor on Instagram. So, yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your wealth of travel knowledge with us.
Thank you for having me on.
Well, that brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thanks once again to my wonderful guests, Herbert Wigwe, Chiamaka Obwekwe, and Sonia Irabor for joining me, Keturah King. And of course, thanks to you at home for watching. From my entire team and I here in Lagos, all that's left for me to say is enjoy the rest of your morning and, of course, the rest of your day. Bye.